Good morning to you, sir. Would you care to blow a bubble?
How much is it?
Only a quarter.
Sounds reasonable. Sponge, I'm gonna need to borrow a quarter.
Sure thing, Patrick.
1 quarter.
Thank you. I can't wait for this bit to get old. I think we're already there now.
This is already suffering.
Hello and welcome back to the Two Things That Won't Work podcast. I am your host, Marcus Chronicle, and I am here with
Neon Greystone.
And today we are taking a look at the episodes of Bubblestand and Ripped Pants from SpongeBob SquarePants. So, before we get into the episode proper, last time we introduced a game that we like to play that we don't actually have a name for.
No, we don't, yeah.
We've never given it a name, and maybe we can... Thank you!
Come again.
That was so loud. I bet that motorcycle actually picked up.
I'd say it did.
But we don't have a name for this game where we give out hints and things. So, well, I'll leave that open to the audience. Maybe they'll come up with a name, but for now, we'll just call it the episode game. So, last time we gave out the hint, canned food, doctor, and boot. Neon, would you like to give them the episode answer?
That episode you're looking for is I Was a Teenage Gary.
And if you go back, obviously we're not going to have like a comment on like the first episode, but I'll probably still, the first time I see it, even if the next episode is out, pin it, who cares?
Yeah.
But, yeah. That is the episode. If you go back and no one's been pinned yet, free win.
Yeah.
We do have another episode. Your hints this time. You want to give out one of them?
Yeah, one of the hints you're looking for is fire.
Our second hint is stoplight.
Yeah.
You don't remember what the third one is?
Oh, no, sorry, I was gonna silence my phone.
Okay. And while he's doing that, our third hint is mailman. So your hints for our next episode in this episode game is fire, stoplight, and mailman. This is a reminder that these things either appear or specifically called out in episode. And, yeah.
Yeah, they can be verbal or visual.
Yeah. Yeah, and depending on how we feel, they could be both, or they could...
Sometimes they're a feeling.
Most of the time we play this game and we want to trip the other one up, it'll be a line that is said once and never mentioned again.
Yeah.
It is in like 18 episodes, but that'll be the first hint we give.
Yeah, well, we've any obvious hints don't work for us anymore. But we're not healthy.
To a point, I mean. But, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the first episode of Bubblestand, where SpongeBob introduces Patrick and Squidward to his unique talent, the art of bubble blowing. And I'm not going to read the rest of that because it just... Who cares? I think that's enough for the episode.
I'm pretty sure the episode pitch was Bubblestand.
The episode pitch was, let's have SpongeBob scam Squidward out of money.
So, yeah, that's something I made a note on.
That was one of my first notes, too. That was my first note about the episode. SpongeBob and Patrick absolutely built this bubble stand just so that they could scam Squidward out of money, because their acting at the beginning was so bad.
I thought it was adorable watching them roleplay like kids or something.
But 100%, it's just an elaborate way to scam Squidward.
Squidward's got a problem with winning and competitiveness, specifically when it comes to loose change.
Will you hand me that can of Pepsi? I forgot to grab that before we started.
So what went through my mind when we saw him, and this is cutting up a bit, I guess, or ahead, Slamming down coins like there's no tomorrow on the stand was Skill Crane. Obviously, not a great episode, but just that time where he just, to prove himself, he would spend however much it took.
He spent everything.
He gave everything he had.
And he would have done that here, too, if given the chance. But, I told you this time that at the start of this, I didn't have a lot of notes for Bubblestand. Just because it's one of those episodes, it was never really on. And when it was on, you usually caught, like, the tail end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... They didn't, when we were kids, they didn't play the early seasons as often.
Yeah. Or, well, they did when we were real young, but we were not conscious at the time.
No. No, I hadn't woken up yet.
And I do believe that this is the first time we actually get to see Squidward in his home. Clearly, like, oh no, I guess we saw him come out in the second episode. But I think this is the first time we get, like, any prolonged look inside his home.
His home is already missing the odd steps where the half logs and the, I don't know what to call them, but the fronds and stuff around his house.
Yeah, the reef stuff.
Yeah. I liked the original design, but, quicker to draw, sleeker, and fish tank adjacent, I guess.
Yeah.
They, so in this episode, trivia early on, a couple fun facts. This one I think you would appreciate is, this is the episode that played in Jumanji when they were debating what to watch on TV.
Really?
Clips of this episode were what was playing on the TV.
It's been...
Not Jumanji, sorry, Zathura.
Zathura, because I was sitting here going, that doesn't sound right. Jumanji should be older than SpongeBob.
Yeah, no, Zathura, because you asked me, like, forever ago if I'd seen the Zathura, and I knew you had.
Yeah, I think that was, like, last week or something.
Yeah, and, I saw Zathura. I had Zathura on DVD as well.
I did, too. I watched it all along.
Yeah, and this is the episode that plays during that, when they're flipping through SpongeBob.
I actually saw someone talk about Zathura a couple days ago, and they showed that clip, and I went, I wonder what episode that is, because that's classic SpongeBob. Who would have thought that 4 days later I would have gotten the answer to that? What a small world.
And apparently Prince Paul wrote a song about this episode that made it onto the SpongeBob movie soundtrack.
I'm sorry. No, I think I've heard that song.
Yeah.
But that is interesting.
And last one that's interesting at all is, according to the wiki, don't know when this is from, this episode has the most writers of any episode of SpongeBob.
That maybe early on, but I feel like there might have been...
It says the wiki was last updated this year, so I don't know. But that doesn't mean they updated the trivia this year.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming for a while if it made it onto the wiki.
I mean, maybe classic. I didn't look at any of the writers for this episode. But... So, one of the things, I'll let you get back to your notes, one of the things that I noted, that I watched this time was, Squidward said, who would pay to blow bubbles? And that's like a silly line. And this time I go, I know people that would pay to blow bubbles. I have nephews that would force my sister and brother-in-law to blow a lot of bubbles.
Did you ever have a bubble gun as a kid?
No.
I never did, but I figured you would have.
No, I had a few water guns. Some of them were good, some of them were not.
Best one I had as a kid weren't never the pistols, it was the pump ones.
Those. Yeah, I had like a super soaker, like 1 year. We had that for a while.
I always wanted something like that. I only ever got the cheap ones, but
yeah, it was one of the ones where it was just full pump action, where you held it in one hand and then could extend and pull.
Okay.
It had
the water shotgun.
It had a like stream spray, direct, and then it had, if you turned it, because it was just a full turn, it could spray out sideways.
That's so stupid. I love it.
So if you
like one of those pump squirt things for laundry.
Yeah, it might have literally been super soaker. Let me see if I can find
Mr. Fancy Pants over here with his name brand.
It's like Super Soaker Extreme. I don't know what it was called. Like if I saw
editor, put a picture on screen.
No. If I saw it, which
you're talking about like the green and yellow and orange one, right?
Yeah, it's
the big green and yellow one, but they have to have like the orange tip.
It looks more like this white and blue one up here, but
oh hey, green and yellow. I knew that was a color scheme.
Yeah, I don't know what it was called, but if I can find it, I'll show it to you. But that'll be time for later. And I was gonna look at my notes, which is why I pulled up my notes.
Only the most professional here, folks.
Yeah. So, did you know? I learned this recently because I have nephews. They have new bubble soap, where the bubbles themselves are like titanium. They do not pop.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like my sister and brother-in-law got bubble soap for their kids, and they've been blowing bubbles for their kids. And I came in one day, and they went, "Hey, we got these new bubbles." And I looked down, and there was one just on like the ground in front of me from like 2 days ago. Nice. So they last forever. I don't know what it's called.
I need to fill someone's home with it.
But my brother-in-law literally looked at it and went, "Yeah," and picked one up with his hands. So I don't. They're doing some wild fucking black magic now.
Man, bubbles have changed. That's, you never know when you need that, I guess.
You never know when you need to mess with someone. Tis a witch!
I'm just in my head, though, now, dude. I'm hearing bubble that will last all day.
Yeah. But, yeah.
They pulled that bubble through space. So, one thing I noticed, obviously the lemonade stand is the bubble stand is a stand-in for a lemonade stand,
yeah.
All that. I never had a lemonade stand. I assume you didn't as a kid. You lived in nowhere.
I lived in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know anyone who ever had a lemonade stand, but I think it was pretty cool how it was trying to draw a parallel between Squidward and SpongeBob. They were both making noise. Squidward blasting his horrible clarinet out the window, and SpongeBob the sound of an entire construction crew. And I just think that, we see the early SpongeBob parallels, Squidward and SpongeBob a lot, being adult and kid.
Yeah. And
Squidward had to go out of his way to, clarinet, solo and E minor, solitude and E minor, just very sophisticated. But we always see him get down on their level by the end of it, which I appreciate.
Early on, he would get on their level pretty quickly, and now it's, it was up and down.
Also, Squidward sounded a lot more confident in this episode. It was just the tone of his voice. He sounds like a beaten dog in the new seasons.
Yeah,
he's nervous by default. In this one, he wasn't nervous. He just sounded annoyed.
I mean,
the tone changed.
Wouldn't be annoyed too if you woke up and had someone just banging away outside.
Man, that sure would be awful. I'm glad I've never had that.
That sure would be awful to wake up like that every day for 6 months.
Yeah, especially on the weekends at 6 a.m.
They sold that place immediately.
Yes. But it's changed hands a lot.
I did once call out. They tried so hard to mask reusing the animation of SpongeBob going through the steps by cutting to Squidward.
I did like seeing his eyes do the bouncing thing. That was gotta be cheaper than animating SpongeBob, and it was creative.
Yeah, they didn't animate SpongeBob again. They just cut up more.
No, I know. That's what I was, it was. Every time they cut to it, it was shorter.
Yeah.
But also, the SpongeBob biting the coin thing, that's a real thing back in the day.
Yeah, it was to check for fake gold.
Yeah, because other metals would make it bend super easy.
Yeah. I think it's because gold
is the softest metal.
Soft. So it bends easy. Other
metals wouldn't. So if you lose a tooth, it's not a gold coin.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the joke I think of the most every time I see SpongeBob bend that coin is Eddie biting the coin and then getting a splinter. I
saw that.
I go from SpongeBob to Ed, Edd and Eddy every single time.
I also liked obviously the Patrick It's a Giraffe non sequitur. I think that one's up there with hit on the head with 2 coconuts and where's the leak, man? Like they had this running thing with Patrick where he just shout out nonsensical things and it works.
Yeah.
Just no relevance to what's happening.
So my last note for Bubblestand. Late into the episode, if you have something else like before, like the end, we can go to that first. But
I was just gonna say it's not it's not the only time we see Squidward in that scenario where he gets carried away.
Yeah.
Which is an odd thing if that happened twice.
While he's getting carried away, he is doing something that is abnormal for him. He's playing the clarinet well.
I wouldn't say amazing, but yeah, it wasn't intentionally bad.
Yeah, he went from not being good to, that sounds somewhat nice.
Yeah, that's not unpleasant.
Yeah. So, he gets pulled up, the bubble explodes, he lands, and then he plays extra bad. Do you think something in him ruptured when that bubble popped?
So, the way Sponge and Pat look at each other, looking at the bubble, like this just guilty look.
Because they killed Squidward.
Yeah, well, they didn't even blow it, but they're witnessing a man die. Yeah. And they know they need to not be... They just casually walk and then start sprinting. I'm assuming my man was dying. That was where his dying gasps on the clarinet at the end.
As it turned out, I was looking for me the whole time.
Like, they're so guilty looking when they're watching that. That's probably the best bit of animation in this episode, is them looking at each other and just like, we've screwed up.
Absolutely. So that's my notes for Bubblestand.
That's all I got.
It is an episode that I think is very good, but is super simple and hard to talk about.
Well, that's why it does what it needs to. It's the first episode after the pilot. It gives you just a day in their world.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones that I don't have notes for. I don't have stories. I don't go back to when I was a kid to go. I remember watching this, on a golf course.
I had the first season DVD. I've seen this one a lot actually. As a kid, I would put this on. They didn't put the pilot on.
Yeah.
So this played when you put the disc in, and I've seen this one a good bit. But the only thing this affected me is as a kid, I would do the first. I would do the chant.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that a few times, but I didn't like all the time. It wasn't always in my mind.
It was one of those just things I had stored as a kid. I'd pull up all the time.
But
kids are annoying.
Yeah, you're annoying now.
Some people never grow up. I got my childlike whimsy.
Yeah. So,
second episode,
ripped pants. When SpongeBob tries to impress Sandy Cheeks at Muscle Beach, he accidentally rips his pants.
So that the premise didn't need to be complicated back in the day.
It did not. And I have a few notes about this episode that are outside of this episode.
Okay.
This is actually probably the episode of SpongeBob I have seen the most in my life.
You have it on like a DVD?
I did.
On Nitpicks or?
Nope. When the SpongeBob movie came out, it was bundled with a DVD of season 1, but it only had 10 episodes on it. And Rip Pants was the first one. Which was awesome because at the time, that was one of my favorite episodes, if not my favorite episode.
Okay.
Because my favorite episode, I will tell you that at some point in time, this was my favorite episode, probably a good 15 times throughout this podcast.
It's one of the top easy ones. It's got SpongeBob singing in it. Those are really popular.
Yeah. But when I got the DVD, that was my favorite episode for that time. Which, it's a sliding scale of, depending on the week, here's 5 episodes, and each episode will be my favorite every single day. It will shift. And just that summer, that was it. But yeah, I had my notes just completely fucked around. I had this episode specifically, and I watched it over and over and over again.
That's, I mean, this one's up there for, the beginning of the show. Probably, of the first 2 or 3, one of the most entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go.
I was just going to say, we'll get into, like, a lot of the stuff that I really love about this episode, but,
So, the vague plot here, SpongeBob gets jealous.
Yeah.
A little bit. It could be platonic, it could not be. Obviously people ship Sandy and SpongeBob. It was really prominent early on, and did you know, even the creator early on. So, Steven Hillenburg specifically decided that the show needed to have no romance. But he did that about halfway through making the first bit of the show. And this is one of the remnants of that.
Okay.
Steven Hillenburg specifically decided, kids show, we don't need romance, not a worry yet. But originally, when he created Sandy, she was designed to be, quoting one of the original pitch Bibles apparently, was the apple of SpongeBob's eye.
Yeah, you could definitely see the sexual tension in this episode when Larry showed up.
I mean, not being that guy, because you can get jealous over, a friend hanging out, get jealous of their time, but I feel that, and he hit the tree dome, he brought her flowers, which, yes, home-warming thing, but also...
Yeah.
And just the way he instantly went, I don't like Larry.
Yeah. SpongeBob's into some exotic stuff. Apparently.
Very exotic, but it was fun watching them hang out, and we see it a lot early on.
Yeah.
Like, they hang out, and it's got a different vibe. He gets her, the chocolate heart and stuff, and...
Yeah. I was definitely picking up on that, because as a kid, I never paid attention.
No, and as an adult, I'm like, no, that SpongeBob's asexual, gay with Patrick, if anything.
Yeah. As an adult, I don't care.
But, yeah, like, watching it this time, that's the reason I looked it up, and yeah, it's... Yeah. Apparently someone tweeted out a couple years back, like part of the pitch Bible, and it showed, originally Sandy was a love interest for SpongeBob.
It's definitely something.
Like, it almost doesn't feel right, but, like, you can't not see it watching this episode a little bit. Like,
yeah.
It's not strong, but it's there.
Yeah. So this is the first time we get to see Goo Lagoon.
Yeah, the ocean under the ocean.
Yeah, the brine pool or whatever.
Yeah, where the salt and the pressure is so dense that it's a different water underwater.
Yeah, yeah. I never questioned that as a kid, and as an adult, I also never questioned it. And then Matt Pat came out and made the brine pool episode.
I kind of forget. Yeah, like as a kid, it's underwater. If you asked me, I'd go, "It's underwater," but you don't think about it when watching it.
Yeah.
So I thought, as a kid, a little silly, I thought it was just completely normal to lift weights at the beach. Like, I thought if I ever went to the beach, there'd be just weight sets sitting at... Because I didn't see that. I never went to the beach as a kid, and I always... SpongeBob was where I saw it the most. And I'm like, yeah, so a beach, that's where people lift weights.
There's definitely places where that's a thing.
Okay.
But I don't think it's, like, a super common thing.
I don't think it's the standard.
Yeah. But I think you see it on TV a lot because LA is probably a place where you can see it quite a bit. So, but yeah, because I've been to a couple beaches. Yeah, I haven't seen any weights anywhere.
I've never been, still to this day.
But I've also not been to like a popular beach, so who knows?
Fair.
You didn't mention when the episode started. I didn't see them because I was writing notes. We see a character with a black shirt.
Yeah, it's kind of rare early on.
But you know what that means?
Christmas?
No, it's a good episode.
It is consistently a good episode when we see them.
across the first 3 seasons, anytime you see someone who's like, that's not usually a black shirt,
that's not their
black
default
tie.
shirt color.
That's not the default color. It's the reason is they just ran out of ink.
They only would do that when they ran out of that colored ink, which means they only did that when they were really busy.
Or just low, or whatever. Or they spent too much money, or whatever.
They're running out of time or budget.
But every time it pops up, you go, this is an extremely good episode. So it's always a fun thing to just go, oh, hey, that's the Rockabye Bivalve, when SpongeBob has the black tie, which is the one I think of every time.
I think of Christmas Who, but yeah. Like, when you can look at that and go, that's not supposed to be black. Smithers, what are you doing here?
Yeah, no. I do love that bit at the beginning of the episode of SpongeBob just doing impressions and screwing around in the sand.
It was my favorite part of the episode as a kid. I liked the song, but I had the DVD and I would put on just him doing the impressions.
I think that's the best way to start Rip's Pants. Like, any other opening I don't think would have worked as well.
It gives me Texas vibes, seeing them just play on the beach.
Yeah.
I could honestly stand to see it a little more. I love the Krusty Krab and Squidward and SpongeBob, Conch Street, but I get sick of those 2 locations.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see Goo Lagoon a little bit more.
Also, if I asked you, just picture Goo Lagoon or, draw it or something, would you put the snack stand there?
No.
Because it's not there for, 95% of the show. I don't think we see it past season 1 until I think we see it in a modern episode.
We see it in, what was it called?
The one where he tears up the beach for plankton.
Yeah. I don't think that's season 1 episode.
No, I don't think it's season 1. Yeah, Walking Small. I'm pretty sure that's season 2.
Yeah.
But, that's got to be about the last time. It's not common.
Yeah.
But it's in this one. It's when the sponge guard on duty, Patrick says, I'm going to the snack bar.
Yeah.
So it's consistently there in their minds early on.
Yeah. It's in Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Not that we'll ever see that on this podcast.
No. See that somewhere else.
See that anywhere else.
But it's also in Muscle Bob Buff Pants. He gets drinks there.
That was inside a building, though.
I thought he was just sitting out at the beach at a bar.
No, because he is specifically inside of a building because we see Sandy walk in.
You sure?
95%.
I'm pretty sure he's outside.
One of us is right, and it might be you. It might be me.
Can we put this in next one?
I feel like we don't find out till we get to Muscle Bob Buff Pants.
Fair. I'm making a note.
Do it.
I'm making a note when we get there.
I can't wait to get to that note of, do you know why I have a question of, is SpongeBob inside or outside during this scene?
During the drink scene of Muscle Bob. Okay, so what else you got? You said you wanted to express your love for this episode.
We'll get there. I do have a question for you.
Okay.
How loose is the sand of Goo Lagoon that SpongeBob picked up a stick and just sunk into the ground?
So, sand can be pretty loose, not normally underwater. But, it's just that was a heavy, heavy stick, man. Only explanation. He also could tunnel through it, like Guillemon.
I go to Bugs Bunny.
I know, I don't watch a lot of Bugs Bunny, and we've seen fairly recently.
Yeah.
I have seen that since I've seen Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
They weren't afraid to be cartoony early on. My man pops under, like a groundhog and digs. I don't think we'd see that as much later.
Yeah. We do get we do finally get, after he digs to the ground, we get that really funny scene of him just borrowing marshmallows.
I don't know. That scene stuck with me as a kid, too. I love the guy just chewing. He doesn't even talk.
Can I borrow a couple of these? Yeah, sure.
Can he? But, yeah, if you see a stranger at the beach, ask them if they got some marshmallows.
I feel like at some point we should just go down to a beach in the middle of the day, start a fire, and just roast marshmallows.
I'm down. I am 100% down.
And just see what happens.
So, speaking of him lifting the weights, we saw it in episode 1. His little weight set with the plush toys on each end.
He is not strong.
It is consistent early on. I want to say it's consistent even today that he's weaker than average.
Yeah, there was that more recent episode where we saw him get trapped under his weight set.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's not a good one though.
Nah.
No, it's not a good one.
It had potential, but it was not good.
So, this is the first time we get someone other than SpongeBob. Or VA Tom Kenny playing SpongeBob.
Really?
Well, when he sings, it's not him.
I never looked into that, and I've never thought about it.
Yeah, it's not Tom Kenny.
Who does it?
It is... They don't have it on here. That's great. They have
great.
that note, but yeah.
Someone sings as SpongeBob.
They say on here, not Tom Kenny. Don't say who it is. Why would you include that?
Is it Thomas Kenny?
It could be. Maybe Donald Kenny. So, first time we see a lot of things, obviously.
I thought it was interesting that they showed a bunch of characters get sick of SpongeBob's shtick before anyone we have seen that episode.
Yeah, it was mostly the strangers.
Because it started with the ice cream man. Then he
consistently doesn't like SpongeBob.
Then it moved to the snack bar. The ice cream man scene is very funny. But the guy he harasses at the snack bar that's just trying to eat his burger.
This dude is grumbling.
The way they draw him angry is so funny. It's such a good drawing. But
this dude's overworked and tired.
I get one day off a week. I just want to go to the beach, have a fun day, go swimming, have a burger. It's my weekly splurge.
Yeah, and SpongeBob's over here being a jackass.
Shoving his ass into this guy's face.
So they also, apparently a big first for this episode, actually. Apparently this is the first time SpongeBob does his laugh.
Really?
What it says, and it's episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently this is the first time he does that. Da, da. I can't do it.
I don't know if I even caught that he laughed.
I did not.
Like,
for all I know, this could be lying. If it is, then don't put false information out there, kids.
Yeah, we are not guaranteeing that all the trivia is correct.
It's whatever's on the wikis.
Yeah. Yeah, I have told Neon to get trivia and just go for it.
I really thought the laugh would have been in the first episode. It wasn't, though.
I could see it not being the first episode.
This is episode 2. Section 2, but still.
Yeah. I can see it making sense.
They actually also made a toy. Fisher-Price made a doll of SpongeBob that rips its pants for kids.
Really?
Apparently. I never saw that as a kid.
Never. No.
Are you going to buy one?
No.
This was your favorite episode. Think, child, you would have wanted that Fisher-Price toy.
Probably not.
No. No, I don't imagine it's a good one.
It sings.
Yeah, it sings the Rip Pants song.
And that's original packaging.
Well, how much does that go for these days?
$45.
That's not bad.
Yeah, $60 with shipping. But
still, though, for a piece of...
For $60, it came out in 2005?
Post-movie.
Like,
someone's marketing showed that this was a very popular episode or something.
Yes, they did.
So, the song SpongeBob sings, did you know it's a parody?
No.
So, Stephen Hillenburg loved the Beach Boys.
Okay.
And this is a parody of a Beach Boys song, Be True to Your School.
Okay.
Never heard that one. I've heard some Beach Boys songs. Never heard that one.
I don't think I've ever heard them.
Dang.
I always wondered as a kid, how the hell did that lifeguard mistake SpongeBob for a box?
He is square.
I get he's square, but SpongeBob is also yellow.
He is, but it's in the ocean. the second ocean. I mean, we know for a fact SpongeBob, apart from Stanley way later, is the only square dish sponge under the ocean.
I think we've seen, like, at least one or two others.
SpongeBob is...
We have seen others, because there was one in the Salty Spittoon.
Okay, fair enough, I guess. But it's pretty rare.
It is rare.
Because his parents aren't geometric.
Yeah, his grandfather.
Which one? Because I've seen one, and he's not that square.
The one that tells him not to chase buses up 90 degrees.
Oh, yeah, he is SpongeBob, but old. I'm not sure, grandfather.
Yeah. And there's, like, his ancestor from the Western episode.
Yeah, well, at that point, there's also Cave Bob.
Yeah.
Or Sponge Gar, depending on who you ask.
Yeah. I don't know if Sponge Gar is like a...
They're two different. They're technically two different ones.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that one's even real.
You think?
Yeah, if that one might have been just made up for a story of how we got fires.
I could see it.
Sponge Gar's Prometheus.
He brought fire to man.
He brought fire to the sea. It immediately went out because that shit doesn't work underwater.
Whoever sent this invitation clearly doesn't.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. How many times did you see this episode before you learned what a tailor was?
Yeah, I'd say most of my life.
Because I probably saw this episode a good 100 times before that.
I don't know if I saw it as much as you did, but I saw it a lot.
Look, I had a summer where I didn't get to do much other than just like sit and watch DVDs.
I do specifically remember actually watching it and not knowing what that word meant.
I most of the time I watched it, I don't know what the percentage is, but I would go, I don't know what a tailor is. I don't know what this joke is.
That happened to me a lot as a kid, though, on TV.
It was funny. I don't know why it's funny, but I know it's funny.
Yeah. But I remember watching it not knowing.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I don't know a lot of the jokes. So one thing I caught was Sandy smiles when SpongeBob is doing his shtick. Even after everyone else stops already, you'll see her smile, and she smiled when he was lifting the weights.
Yeah, because her last straw was him pretending to drown.
Yeah, but everyone else got tired of this shit. Sandy was still on his side.
When he was trying to lift the stick and marshmallows, I was just staring at Larry, just going, is he just gonna start looking saddened by this? Because I don't know how...
He looked annoyed to me.
Like, he looked fairly neutral to me. But just... Sandy never dropped the smile. She was ready. She was there to support him.
She was so overly supportive. I loved that.
And I was waiting for Larry to start looking, I guess, confused.
Like, this can't be real.
Like, is this a bit?
No one's that weak.
Yeah, we've gone back to it a couple times. I do really love this song.
I do too. I think everyone does.
This episode is very funny, but the song was my favorite part of it growing up, and one of the reasons why I kept coming back to it over and over again. Just it had a different feel.
I didn't like him pretending to drown as a kid. I loved the Taylor joke, but like him pretending to drown, I never liked that joke.
I don't have a problem with it. It's just part of the story.
But
you're not supposed to find it funny.
No, I did love the song, and this, I Want to Go Home, Texas, and like all the other non-character songs where they're singing are some of the best. Band geeks.
I do have a note about this episode that I've been waiting for here from the year we met. The year we met, you didn't have internet, but you did have a SpongeBob game.
I did.
Yeah. In that game, there were a bunch of cheat codes, and you asked me to get you the cheat codes.
I did.
So I got you them. You gave me Digimon cards, which I still have.
Okay.
I don't know where they are right now, but I still have them somewhere in my room. But a couple days later, I returned to you again with a handwritten with a note that I wrote by hand that was every single lyric of the song.
Dang.
Of this song and another song that it's the song from Welcome to the Chum Bucket.
Okay.
But I wrote all of that. I don't think I ever told you, though, that I did that from memory.
I did not know that.
I knew every lyric from the song by heart at that time.
That's unhealthy.
Yeah, that's how many times I watched that fucking DVD.
But that DVD doesn't still play.
Oh, God, no. It stopped working, like, within a year. But I also didn't take care of my DVDs.
So you mentioned having the SpongeBob movie DVD.
Yeah.
Was yours a buoy?
Yes.
Okay, because mine was a buoy, but mine didn't come with a second disc.
Yeah.
I just, because I know it's come out in a couple different formats.
Yeah, well, it came out,
I didn't get it till a while after it had been out.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when I got it. Like, after it came out, I have no clue.
Well, to be fair, we were 6 when the movie came out.
Yeah.
I want to say I was 8 or 9 when I got the DVD, at least. I want to say 9.
Yeah. Let me put in, like, DVD combo. 'Cause I got it, like, probably the year it came out, but I can't find, like, the specific...
I don't think anyone bought me DVDs when I was 6.
It was a birthday present, which is probably why I got it, because it came out so close to...
Yeah, a show they knew you had a movie that came out.
Yeah.
When you were, near your birthday.
Yeah. So it just happened to work out. This is the encyclopedia, so... I guess they came out with a version that was, like, one case, but I had one that had 2 cases side by side.
Okay.
So, they came in each on their own case, which was cool. I don't know what episodes were all on it. But, the last thing I have is a question I have for you. What do you think those losers are doing now?
I assume still hanging out at the beach.
I assume they all got buried and forgotten about.
They buried me in the sand and forgot me.
That was a murder attempt.
It might have been.
That was absolutely a murder attempt. Or they are somewhere else on the beach with a shovel trying to find him.
Do you think they find Scooter's body?
Maybe. Eventually.
You made me experience high tide!
There's a lot of murder in Goo Lagoon.
It's a good place to get rid of a body.
Apparently.
Yeah, so we had severe sunburn and
sand in the buns.
Yeah, which is the least. That is not the same as being buried alive and forgotten.
Yeah.
Or getting a sunburn that glows.
Yeah.
That one is a mild inconvenience.
But everyone accepted SpongeBob after that, and we never see the others again.
No.
I think we see the sunburn
woman.
She's in the background a lot. And we might see the guy with the sand, but I don't think we ever see the whale again. Or if we do, it's super
very
rare.
Yeah, if we do, it's rare. We see sharks in another Goo Lagoon episode, and then never again.
Yeah.
And sea monsters.
Yeah, we see a couple sharks. Like, I know there's sharks in...
sharks and pods, but... Well, yeah, and sharks and pods later, but they're a rarer fish
Yeah,
model.
we don't see sharks very often.
I'd love to see different fish models more often.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, so the first episode after the pilot, what do y'all think?
It is definitely interesting. And next time we will have Plankton, and I don't have it open anymore. What's with Plankton?
I don't remember what's paired with Plankton.
Let me go ahead and pull it up, because I did not think things through.
This is a By the Cuff podcast.
Yeah, it always is.
We have notes, but that's only because we watched the episode.
Why do I... Okay, now I'm on the website that works. Okay.
Is it jellyfishing?
It might be. jellyfishing, and plankton.
I remember that, audience. It's been years. So me and him have seen these a lot. So I haven't watched these in years. Most of them. We watch the specials every year. The holiday ones,
yeah.
Most years.
Yeah, Bubblestand had 4 writers.
Odd for an early episode.
Yeah, there's episodes later on with 4 writers as well. I think some might have 5 now. I don't know.
I can think of at least another one with 4.
Yeah, I know like the hour-long ones have like 4 writers, like credited writers, like obviously, but
the worst one, Mystery with a Twistery, it has 2 titles, and I hate it.
But yeah. That was episode 2. Thank you for listening. Once again, our hints for the next episode. Why the hell did it close out everything?
Hints for the next episode are fire. Yeah. That's a fun one.
We got stoplights and mailman. This is a reminder. Whoever guesses the episode first will be pinned in the comments below. And we will open episode 3 with the answer.
Let us know what you think.
Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.